Welcome, adventurers, to the start of a new series. After an easy-to-record summer break, playing mostly point-and-click adventures and other small games, I am having an itch to play a grand adventure game, something like The Witcher 3, for example. Alas, I had trouble finding something suitable for my desires that would be convenient for recording. I searched the steaming depth trying to find something amazing that might not even exist, until I wandered off into my library of forgotten, unplayed adventures, waiting patiently to be awakened from their slumber. And there it was, sitting in between a graveyard and the rainforest, a forgotten relic of some sales shopping spree, enticing me to press that install button to satisfy my greed for adventure. And I fell for it. It is not a new adventure, and it might not be the best we ever encountered, but I think it is worth to embark on it. Join me while playing GreedFall, where we will explore uncharted new lands, seeping with magic and filled with riches, lost secrets, and fantastic creatures. According to the game's description, at least. So let the journey begin with a new game. In normal difficulty. Enemies are more numerous, more aggressive. No, I think we play normal. Select.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Oh, appearance. You know what? Let me do that real quick and I'll show you what I look like for the game. I will not bore you with choosing my character. So, see you in a second. I'm done and this will be my character. She might not be the most beautiful of women, but she's not ugly either. This is her appearance, and I leveled her as a technical character. She's controlling the battlefield, whatever that means. Recommended attributes is accuracy and agility, and talents, science and lockpicking, and this is what I did. Here I gave her the 1 point spent in accuracy. I think that is very useful because she has more damage and armor damage. And we can then later on level these other stats. And her first point here I put into science, because science is awesome. Let's start the game. Yes.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Okay, here we are. Can we go back in? We cannot. The compass. Visible at the top in the center of the scene, it indicates important places and active quest objectives. That does make sense. Why is there a bottle on that bench? Oh, hello. Oh, sorry. I cannot talk to people. It seems we need to go down there. So I wanna go anywhere else. Oh,
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
thank you.
I must go home. My son is sick.
Oh no.
There are so many dead people. Even if we did find an antidote to the Malicor, I do not know if our city will ever be able to come back from it. I must go home.
Okay. The
My son
Malicor.
is sick.
That's the sickness. Can I? Oh, I can talk to you.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Why
I
not?
must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make myself useful there.
Okay.
I lost almost my entire family in a few months. Why did they have to die?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, something
Greetings,
terrible is
Your
going on.
Excellency. The smoke from the bonfires renders the air unbreathable. I so wish I could leave the city.
Bonfires. Maybe they're burning the dead people? Okay.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt,
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see.
Oh,
Fight with honor!
we're learning to fight. Attack 3 times. Done. Oh. That didn't count. He doesn't attack back. Defend yourself against 3 attacks. Tactical pause. Wait, what? Tactical pause will pause the game and allow you to choose your next action at your leisure. You will be able to access spells, skills and potions to use directly or assign to a shortcut. Using it during combat, you can also learn more about enemies. Awesome. I just pressed space because I thought it would be like evade or something. Oh, that is so convenient. Dodge or parry attacks from your enemies to avoid taking damage, so it's not space. Left shift, dodge, parry, okay, right mouse button, parry and counter attack, if done the right time. Goodness gracious, how do I unpause? I think, I'm burning! Oh, that is so cool! I did it! Lock on target! Ooh, dang, I was reading! You've lost health! To assign a potion to shortcut, use space to open a tactical pause. I don't have one, I don't need one. Oh, dang. He hit hard. Yeah, that's fine. Go away. Actions. Oh, Q. Space, tactical pause, Q. Q or middle button. Then use the chosen shortcut. Okay. Oh, I see. Where do we want to have potions? It depends if I later have weapons, but now put it on 1. You can assign your skills to one of the shortcuts available using the associate key. Okay. I used it. Okay, now we prove. Oh, I paused. Dang! Whew! Okay. Oh, dang. He hit so hard. Oh, dang.
What a
I lost.
blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
What? Firearms are ideal for interrupting or destabilizing an enemy. Each shot consumes 1 ammunition. How do I... Firearms, 15. Oh. I shot no one. Oh, I have to sign it. Now there, okay, now there will be weapons. So I want to have that on 1, I think. And where's my sword? A light. The potions we can then have on maybe 3. So I want to have my sword there. And then... Oh, we have it equipped. Okay, let's try to parry. They're not attacking. Oh, I just... Ah, interesting. So, it's really just like shooting with 1. I don't have to equip it. The sword is automatically equipped. They don't fight back. That's not okay. I'm temporarily stunned, I think, if they block me. Oh, shoot twice. Okay. There we go. What now? The physical armor level is shown with shields on the health bar. Armor absorbs part of the physical damage. To break an enemy's armor, you can use an impact weapon or certain traps. Magic attacks ignore armor. An impact weapon. Do I have that? I don't think so. Break through your opponent's... But I have none of that. Oh, now they attack. Wait, wait, wait. I tried to evade. Oh. I don't have an impact. Oh, wait, there's something at Q. Okay. Oh, it's a trap. Okay, let me position myself. Huh? I queued. Nothing happens. Set an elemental trap. Oh, they can interrupt me. Okay, I'm dead. Okay. But they don't step in there. How do I make them step in there? Oh. He did step in there. Fury. I was dead already, so it's funny that that counted. And I think it wasn't a Q, it was an O, right? Fury. Fury is a state that allows you to use special attacks and inflict bonus damage and make enemies lose their balance. A segmented meter that fills up as you attack an enemy. Cast a spell or parry attacks from enemies will allow you to see your Fury level. When the meter reaches the first level, a visual effect will appear on your character's hands. Press Q. So wait. Yeah, that's Q now. Wait, what? Huh. You can sheath your weapon once out of combat.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Show him how happy you are that he's coming along. Complain about being shadowed by a bodyguard. No, I think it's great that he's coming.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party.
Who's
A
that?
few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Meet Kurt in front of the palace. Can I train again? Where did he say? In the barracks? Because that was really bad. Right? So, I don't wanna... Oh, for the traps is not... This doesn't work for me at all. All of these don't work for me. Can I change these? That's too far away. Let's make it maybe 9? Light. 8? Firearm. Then we can have potions on 2. Yeah. That's maybe better. Oh, I cannot practice. Okay, cool. Can I destroy stuff? No, it doesn't have a hitbox. Okay, cool. Now, he said I should say my goodbyes. I always want to jump with space. This'll be hard. Maybe I change that. Oh. He's the plague doctor. Cooking something up.
I've put this off as long as I can. I need to make my farewells to my mother.
Oh, that's
I'll go and meet up with Kurt in the city
mother.
afterwards.
Does she have the plague? Is there anything to explore which is not a quest? I wonder. It does not seem so. Okay.
What is this?
Oh, whoa.
Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
She looks
Mother,
bad.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition. Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so.
Is it not contagious? What
Today
which
is
is?
the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, Take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Whoa, that is horrible. You can run faster by using sprint with left shift. And I cannot go back. Oh, dang it. Heck yeah, I can sprint. Hello. Awkward. Whom are you waving to? Why can I not talk to people? Oh,
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
I am the prince?
I heard
Am
the
I not,
discourse of
princess?
this priest on the main square. He says that the Malicor is a punishment from the enlightened.
Who are the
What did we
enlightened?
do to deserve such retribution? My husband started coughing yesterday in the evening. I hope it's because of the cold.
So,
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Kurt is a melee combat master and can wear heavy armor. Awesome. He has endurance, level 9, strength, level 3, and agility, level 6. All melee weapons, balance potion, special move according to the equipped weapon. He's a coin guard. And he's suspicious. Why is he suspicious? Add to team. We have a team. Oh, it's his inventory. He has a bandit's hat? Is he a bandit? I thought he was a mercenary. Rusted Zweihänder. Why is it rusted? Keep your weapons in good shape, mister. Oh. That's cool. It's locked. That is not. There's a lot. Mother's present. Oh right, this present was given to you by your mother when you bid her farewell, but we do not know what it is. Journal. The Great Departure. Go and say goodbye, we did that. Meet Kurt. We just do. Okay. Coin guard. Merchandise. Negotiate with the vendor. No missions. A world map. I do like that. Serene. You're in Serene. The Merchant Congregation. Coin guard. You've known Kurt for many years. When he became yours and Constantine's weapons master, his childhood was tough and he had a weapon in his hand as soon as he was old enough to hold one. Although he has obviously suffered from it, he does not seem bitter, just a little cynical, and he shows you and your cousin an almost brotherly protective affection. He's suspicious, it just said. That doesn't fit. Madame de Sardet. Brought up at the court of the Prince d'Orsay and with his son Constantine, you have benefited from the best tutors and masters of arms. As skilled in combat as in games of the mind, you have also shown early aptitudes for light magic. Your cousin has been more calm and thoughtful than ever, and you have always tried to protect him from the annoyances he has the power to attract, which has earned you the respect of your uncle and probably the appointment as legate. In other words, the senior diplomat on the island of Trefardet. It is with a heavy heart that you will have to leave behind your mother, suffering from the Malichor and close to death. But the opportunity that is offered to you away from the deadly atmosphere of Serene to accompany your cousin and to discover new shores is not one that can be refused. So we are Madame de Sardet, and there is a princess. Oh, our mother is the princess. The Princess de Sardet is the sister of the Prince d'Orsay and your mother. She has always shown you a lot of tenderness, which is not common among the congregation nobility. She unfortunately came down with the Malichor some time ago and has been living in isolation since then, her suffering and appearance preventing her from maintaining her role at court. Although she may be very sorry to see you leave Serene and be far from her, she prefers her only child to visit more welcoming shores and seek a cure for her people, rather than stay by her side waiting for her death. Mr. de Corsillon. You have known Mr. de Corsillon for years. This very cultivated man has taught you and your cousin Constantine history, the workings of politics, and the subtleties of diplomacy. You do not know if your uncle has sent him to you in the hope that he will keep an eye on you, or if he wanted to come himself, driven by the affection he has for you and his ever-lingering curiosity. After all, you've been hearing for years about this fascinating island and the mysteries it contains, which he hopes to shed some light on. Ah, that's the guy who came in when we were standing as a model for the painting, for the portrait. So he's coming. That's the guy he mentioned too. So he's coming, and oh, there's more. And Kurt. Why is there still Serene? Oh, it's the Codex. Serene is the biggest city of the merchant congregation and one of the most important ports on the continent. It is a very old city that sea trade has long made rich, but it is also the ultimate diplomatic city thanks to neutrality of the congregation. You can find everything you can imagine here. People from all over the world came together, and its markets are full of the most exotic goods. For over a century, Serene's splendor radiated, attracting the best artists and philosophers of the time, despite the appearance of the Malichor. But since a little over 20 years, the deterioration of the congregation's relations with the North and an aggravated epidemic have drastically reduced its prestige and population. Today, Serene is a city that barely survives by clinging desperately to its past splendor. Ooh. That's hard. Okay, cool. I like that. Mission. Point of interest. Oh, look at that. Oh, dang it. There's the vendor. An embassy. Fontainebleau. Oh, we will explore all of that. Marker. Oh, that's what I did. Oh, that is so cool. Dang it. We get going. Join. Confirm the team and quit. The game? Okay. Notify the Bridge Alliance ambassador about your departure. Notify the
the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
Okay.
Greenblood, do you need something?
Oh no, I'm good. Whether he felt lonely.
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
Tell him that you thought you were keeping him good company for all these years.
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And these memories I hold dear. You've always been extraordinary, Greenblood, but I had to watch over you. You were my responsibility. That didn't leave us much time for friendship.
What about now?
Now, I hope that we'll have more time. Anything else?
Dang, is there a
must
romance
leave.
option? Okay, let's get exploring. That's where he came from. The palace. Oh. Look at it. There in the background. Looks like normal houses. Then... what the freak, we are already looting. Love it. Brocade quarters. Is that where textiles are being made? I mean, not anymore, it seems. Oh man. Are these dead people? More loot? Hello?
To my help,
What the freak?
and death
How-
to the others!
We're in the city. Yeah, you show him. I mean, I have to practice anyways. Ha! Look at that. Whoa! He kicked me. Nice.
Move away! Thing
Whoa. Thanks, man. But that wasn't too bad. We took a hit, though. Oh! Thick blacksmith's gloves. Health potion. Gold coins. Nice. Soft old boots. 2 gold coins. Can I just take everything? Yeah. A silver bracelet. Ugh. Old fish. Ooh, look at that. 3 gold coins. These people here are not really rich. 5. Nice. And obsidian. Ammo. Nice, nice, nice. So it's worth looking around. That's all I wanted to know. Now, where's the map? I think... yes. M, like map it is. Okay, we mapped out that. Now we can go down. There's our quest marker. So yeah, okay. Gotcha. We will explore this whole city before we leave. I tell you that much. I think we can get down here. Hello.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency.
Hello.
It is an honor.
Is it?
Have a nice day, madam.
You too.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Oh, really? Well, if you think so. Can I get there? Nope. Whoa, look at that. Everything's so worn down. People don't live in the houses, but on the streets, and there are dead people everywhere. Everybody has the plague. I wouldn't keep them around. On your local map you will find important places and characters. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, we are here. We can either go down here or down here, or we can make a circle to explore everything and then... oh, yeah, I wanted to jump again. Could sprint though. Oh, are there quests? No. A chest though. Leather, crude iron, heather. Sometimes it's auto loot, sometimes not. Okay, let's circle around. What's that? Nothing on the sign.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Greetings. He's so confused by me going into all the corners. Must be here somewhere, I think. Oh, look at that portrait. Looks a bit creepy. What's on the note? Don't know. It's too bright. Wait, what was that? Torn out diary page. My pains are getting stronger and stronger. My guts are churning. It is getting harder and harder for me to run this shop. Some evenings I can't even feel my legs anymore. It's as though they've turned to ice. There's no longer any doubt. The Malicor has got me like many others. Today I had so little strength that I couldn't even cross the road to get to my shop. Who needs books when everybody is dying anyway? All that's left for me is to drag myself to the little dispensary they installed behind the barracks and hope they can ease my suffering. Oh no. Does that mean I can rob some books? Where is it? Across the street. From where though? Where's the bookshop? This is not the bookshop. Kurt, where's the bookshop?
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Huh. That must be a hint for something. So, wait, if I go around here, there's no bookshop? What the? Whoa! Someone's shooting! Let's get rid of that guy, shall we? How can I... Gold, okay. How can I block shooting? I think I can just evade it. Who was shooting? Somebody shot at me. Let's get to the... yeah, let's get to the shooter. Oh, nice, that was the Q attack. Whoa, that does a ton of damage. He's fine, isn't he? I'm helping. I want to do that kick. Where's that kick? Quick attack. Oh, left control. Furious Q, parry, dodge. Okay. Left control. Huh, look at that. Look at me. Kicking. Love it. Bandit's hat. You need a new hat? Oh,
Greenblood,
dang it.
do you need something?
I actually didn't want to talk to
I
him.
must leave you.
Sorry. What's back there? Oh, that's not the map. I think... yeah, we could go around there too, but... first... I want to loot them. And I want to know what... oh... what they guarded. Some pine resin. I just take everything. I hope there is no encumberment. What is that? things are indestructible. Okay. Look at that. Cool painting. There's a mirror. Can we... No, it doesn't mirror. Ooh, nice. A hawthorn. Great. And we're back here, but it's worth it. 4 gold coins. 4. Now, can I shop somewhere? You look like a shop. You're a plague doctor too. So you're not a shop. Okay, fair enough. Out of my way. Now let's explore this passage. And then we go to the embassy. Oh, oh. Same pot. Oh. I knew it. Ha! Health. Old embroidered doublet. Maybe we should look at these things. Rusty morning star. I've got me a morning star. How can I? Inventory? No. Ah, nice. Bag. Can I build stuff? It doesn't seem so, right? Alchemical mix of magic damage. Junk. Okay. This doesn't go away. Don't know why. Then, no. How can I look at this stuff? Oh, here it is. It's just a note. Hide entries? No, I don't want to hide anything. I want to... Oh, here. It's just here. Do we have better weapons? Ah. 145 damage. Oh, they show us. So it's not better. Does have more armor. Ooh. If you want to break armor, this is good. But it doesn't do so much physical damage, but it stuns. Generates less fury and has cost furious. Oh, what it cost to use fury. It's always 25% though. Okay. Cool, cool. So I think I keep that. Then... Oh, we have a second weapon. Why don't we use that? Quality. It's bad quality. One-handed blades. Oh, because we cannot wield heavy weapons. Okay. I think that's what's going on here. What are these? Okay, we don't have another gun. Now let's see if you have a better head. It's 0. 0 everything. Can I maybe sort of drop? No, I cannot dismantle them or anything. A pivot stone collar. Can I have a backpack? Seems so. Oh, that is so much better. Equip it. Look at us. And we have old sturdy gloves. Elemental resistance and craftsmanship. Or, oops, Or 18, so these stats are the same, but it gives us these perks. They don't have perks, and it's much better quality. This is less quality, but it gives us more armor and balance. I use these. Why not? And boots. Comfortable boots. Yeah, I keep the comfortable boots. Absolutely. They're comfortable. Okay. Nice. You already look different. I do like that. Now, it's right across the corner. Let's go there. Oh man, I'm quite hurt. What? What's going on there?
Hello, milady.
What? What's happening? What is that? Not in my town. Huh. Weird. This looks like a merchant.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Yeah, why have you been at the palace? I mean, I'm not judging you. Let's get in there. Fontaine. Okay. Oh, wow. It's getting worse. Princess's Palace. Up there? Most probably. Oh, hello. Ah, that's the same symbol as outside that they're praying to. Weird. The bird escaped. Don't you even noticed? Your bird's gone.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Fredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Okay.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic.
The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminis and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
So that luminous is what I think, what we see in the symbol.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
So they want to have more influence. Always the same with these believers.
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I don't like either of that.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Can I loot anything?
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Can I? Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting, interesting. So, this is the Ordo Luminis, I suppose. And they want to spread it in our city. And they don't accept anyone else, or heretics as he called them, although this is not even his territory. So, that's not okay.
Have a nice day, madam.
You too. Well, oh, what's back here? Haha. I knew it. Alchemical stasis mix. Okay, nice. We did our first token. And now I think we have to get to the other... Oh, yeah, that's the embassy of their enemies. And then negotiate with the vendors down here. Oh, right. Can get in here. Are you brushing the walls? It looks nice here. I think that's the only house that's being kept in order, right? But yeah, I think we will explore this house in the next episode, and the rest of the city, of course. In the next 10 episodes, I don't know. There seems to be a lot to do. Oh, we are only half health. But we'll see. Can I heal out of combat? Okay, I can. Wow, full health. But that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoy it. I think it looks good. I mean, it's a bit old, but still, it seems to be a good story, and I'm invested. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Have a wonderful and adventurous day, and goodbye.